Judge Paula Goodhart.
Hello, my name is Paula Goodhart, and I am currently the judge of Harris County Criminal Court at Law number 1. It is one of 15 misdemeanor courts in Harris County that handles cases such as domestic violence, assault cases, driving while intoxicated cases, and thefts, to name a few. In March of this year, the Commissioner's Court selected me to be the judge of Court 1 after an unexpected retirement by the former judge, and I have hit the ground running. I am committed to the swift administration of justice, and to that end, I have lowered the court's docket by 10% since being on the bench. What that means for citizens of this county is that if you're a victim of a crime or accused of a crime and your case lands in Court 1, you're going to get a quick resolution as justice allows. In addition, I presided over 16 jury trials since being on the bench, which is more than any other criminal court in that time period. And in an effort to deter crime in the future, I've created a program that is unique to Court 1 called the ACE program, which stands for Achievement Through Commitment and Education, where I have targeted nonviolent youthful offenders who have dropped out of school in an effort to assist them in completing their education so they do not become a prison statistic. I started my career 17 years ago as a prosecutor here in Harris County, where I handled cases from capital murder down to driving while intoxicated cases. I left the DA's office in 2007 to pursue a private practice in criminal defense work. I believe that experience allows me to have a fair and impartial perspective on the bench. I'm a hometown girl, having been raised in Sagemont and graduated from J. Frank Dobie High School, the University of Houston, and the University of Texas. My father is a former police officer here in Pasadena, as well as my uncle. I'm counting on the support from folks like you in this race, and I hope that you vote all the way down the ballot and vote Paula Goodhart for judge in Court 1.
Good evening. My name is Bill Harmon. I'm currently the judge of Harris County Criminal Court of Law number 2. I'm a fifth-generation Texan who was born and raised in Houston, Texas, educated in Houston, Texas, and after I was licensed to practice law in 1977, I joined the Harris County District Attorney's Office, where I served under Carol Vance and Johnny Holmes. I left the office in 1981 for a career in criminal defense work. In 1984, I was elected to be the judge of the 178th District Court, where I served for 22 years, being elected in 1984, re-elected in 1988, 1992, 1996, 2000, and 2004. While a district court judge trying felony cases, I presided over 800 jury trials, 16 capital murder cases, including the trial of Peter Cantu, who was the ringleader of the gang of boys who kidnapped, raped, and murdered Jennifer Urban and Elizabeth Pena back in 1990. Peter Cantu being found guilty by a jury of the offense of capital murder and receiving the death penalty. I also presided over the trial of Hale Resendez Ramirez, also known as the railroad car killer, who killed Dr. Claudia Benton in Harris County, Texas in the year 2000, who was also found guilty by a jury in my court and receiving a death penalty. He was executed in 2006. In 2006, I became aware that the #1 public safety issue in Harris County, Texas was driving while intoxicated, because that was the year that Harris County achieved the notorious distinction of being the #1 county in the entire nation for alcohol-related fatalities. I decided to bring my experience in felony cases to the county court, where primarily the cases that we preside over are driving while intoxicated cases. I was elected in the year 2006 and have served there for the past 4 years, having presided over some 80 jury trials and misdemeanor cases. I appreciate your support in this election. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Connealy Acosta. I'm the Democratic candidate for County Criminal Court at Law number 2. I was raised here in Houston. I have a Bachelor's of Business Administration, a Master's in Finance and International Trade from the University of St. Thomas, and a Doctorate of Jurisprudence from South Texas College of Law. I'm married to my husband, David Acosta. I have 2 children, Daniel, 29, and Gabriella, 13. I'm qualified to be judge because I've been practicing criminal law for the last 15 years. I tried cases both in state and federal court. I was an administrator at a university where I dealt with people on all different levels. I was a single mother for years. I raised my son while working and going to school. I know that life can be very difficult, and I know the importance of time management and the need to work within the confines of a budget. I also know that it's extremely important that we need to give back to our community. and I've served on the board of directors for nonprofit organizations such as George Foreman Youth and Community Center and St. Teresa's Catholic School. I believe these experiences have prepared me to take on the new and exciting challenge of being a judge. As a judge, I will be tough on crime, but I also want to ensure that the rights of those who are accused are protected. I want to work strongly and closely with the youth to make sure that they only have one experience in criminal court. As judge, I want to be fair and impartial. I want to ensure that those people, all parties in a criminal proceedings, are treated with respect and dignity. I've been endorsed by the coalition of Harris County Democratic elected officials, the Association of Women Attorneys, and the Pasadena Bar Association, among few. The others you can see on my website. I am also proud to be here today to do this, and I want to be elected in November. So remember, it's Mary Connealy Acosta. I'm running for judge for Harris County Criminal Court at Law number 2. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Judith Snively, and I am the Democratic nominee for the County Criminal Court at Law number 3. I have been in Houston for the last 30 years, and I graduated from South Texas College of Law. My last year in law school, I was fortunate to have a paid position as an intern at the Harris County District Attorney's Office. That experience made me see what we have going on in the criminal courts. Shortly thereafter, I set up my own practice, and I've done primarily criminal law for the last 22 years. In that time, I have handled misdemeanors, and I actually was fortunate enough to sit second on a capital murder. So I've seen everything that goes on down there through the eyes only of a defense attorney, but I believe that's very important. We have to defend the Constitution every day. When a client is in trouble, no one knows if they're innocent or guilty, and there's so many steps that have to be taken to find out. And I believe through these 22 years of practicing criminal law, I've learned so much about what that person is going through. I believe if I sat on a bench, I would have the sensibility to see some of the other sides of what happens. I've been over to the jails. I understand what goes on over there. I see a lot of things that I think could be changed. There are several things in the courts of the 15 misdemeanor courts. I know that I've been in all of them, I've worked in all of them, and I see things that might be able to be done in a different manner, maybe more efficiently. I also speak Spanish. I went to high school in 3 different countries, so that also gives me a little bit of different sensibility to the people that are coming before the bench. Again, my name is Judith Snively, and I'm running for Harris County Criminal Court at Law number 3.
I'm Judge Natalie Fleming, judge in Harris County Criminal Court at Law number 3. I've sat as a judge in this court since my appointment to this bench earlier this year. I hope to earn the respect of the citizens to serve a full time with your support in November. I'm a native Houstonian born to Cuban immigrants and raised speaking Spanish. I've been practicing law for over 22 years, primarily in the areas of criminal prosecution and as visiting judge throughout Harris County. I started my legal career at the Harris County District Attorney's Office, where I practiced for 5.5 years handling cases ranging from misdemeanors to murders. I then left the Harris County District Attorney's Office, took a leave from my full-time job to raise my 6 children and to sit as a visiting judge throughout the Harris County criminal courts, which gave me the experience for the position that I currently hold. In January, I sought and won the Republican nomination for this bench and was then appointed to be your judge. As judges in the county criminal courts, we stand in a unique position to help the youth who start down the wrong path in life to make sure that they go and turn the right way and make a success in their life. While sitting on the bench, I have been shocked at the number of youth who come before me charged with offenses involving marijuana and drinking. I feel that if at this stage those youth are treated properly, they will be able to change their ways and avoid making mistakes that will cause tremendous harm to them in the future. To this end, I have instilled programs where I ask the young individuals that come before me to stand alone so that they understand the severity and the responsibility of their actions. And then upon taking a plea, I ask their parents, if available, to accompany them so that they know that they have the support and the encouragement of us with regards to their success in the future. I hope to earn your faith to finish off the job that I have started and be elected to a full term in Harris County Criminal Court at Law Number 3, Natalie Fleming.